to a new episode of The Woolly Thistle. We survived Black Friday. I hope you had a good time in the shop. Here is Maggie with us. Hello. And we're kind of, I don't know what this episode's going to be like because I think we're a little tired and a little, I don't know if hungover is the right word, but sort of shop over. I don't know. I hope that you had a good Thanksgiving though, and that you, however you celebrated, you had a good time. And if you were able to get together with family, that was good. I've already heard about some family arguments over Thanksgiving dinner. So, everything is sort of the way it is, as usual, or not.
You didn't hear that from me.
No, that was not Maggie.
No.
Absolutely not.
No.
Yes. So we do have quite a lot to share with you this time, but I think I just want to take a deep breath. Yeah.
I think I'm feeling that re-entry after a long weekend.
For sure. And it has been a long, and it's
weird.
a funny long weekend because even though we're home, we were working quite a bit.
Yeah.
Which I like working from home. I don't mind that at all.
I don't mind it either.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'll admit, Friday morning, I was in my jammies, hair still crazy, and just till probably about 1:00, just in my jammies working.
Yeah, I'm working.
Coffee.
Don't bother me.
Well, and it's funny, I work in the dining room sometimes.
Yeah.
That's where I was Friday, and so people are going back and forth, and they were just doing their own thing.
I think kids now just know that parents work from home half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, my kids leave me alone.
Yeah.
When I'm working.
It's not like surgery, so if they need something, they can come by. And,
but they know and plus our kids are old enough to know.
They're old enough. They're older. The youngest is 12 now, so 12 and over, they walk by me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Same here. So we did a lot of emails over the weekend. We did a lot of checking on the shop, making sure stuff was in stock that you wanted and that things didn't sell out and stuff like that. And we had a really, really good Black Friday. So thank you so much if you shopped with us, or even if you didn't, and you're here watching, thank you so much. We appreciate your support. We can't do any of this without you, can we? Nope. And as well, I want to say publicly thank you to the whole team here at the Woolly Thistle that is now underway packing all those orders. It's not over by a long shot, so we've got quite a bit to get out and quite a lot to get done. But it was successful. We're very, very happy, and thank you so much for checking us out over that holiday weekend. Hope you got something you really love and that it gets to you really soon. So. Yeah, we had a quiet Thanksgiving. We just it was just my husband and I and the kids, and we brought out the best china, and
nice.
I smashed a glass.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. And it was really, really nice. It was kind of laid back. We watched some Christmas movies, put the tree up, that kind of stuff.
We have not put the tree up yet. There's been, now we're debating, because this is our first year with these cats.
Oh.
And I'm like,
you need to get
an anchor, to tether it. Yeah. So we'd previously, over the past couple of years, we've gotten a real tree, and it's been so nice. And I'm like, I don't know.
We got a fake tree years and years ago, and now I feel duty bound to always use it because otherwise.
Well, we have a fake tree, but it's looking.
If your fake tree's looking like Charlie Brown, it's probably time.
Yeah.
For a new one.
So, but either way, we made no movement in that direction. Like, whatever. And I almost don't mind putting it up a little later because then I'm not in a hurry to put it away.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
No, nobody in my house is in a hurry to put it away. Usually by the 6th of January, I am like, let's get this done. But nobody else wants to. It's always less fun to put stuff away too, I think. For sure.
Yeah.
But we're half done. We got the tree up. We got it decorated with some, garlands and things, but we haven't done anything else yet.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
What's your go-to Christmas movie?
Okay, so the first one we watched was Daddy's Home 2.
Okay.
I
didn't know that was a Christmas
movie.
movie.
God, it's so good. With Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. They're co-parents. They are, blended family. And it is really, I think it's hilarious. We watch that every year. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
Kids are not into watching Elf again. They don't want to. So we'll have to slip that one in later. I love Elf too. I love Will Ferrell. He's just funny.
He is funny.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Did you watch any Christmas? Nothing?
No, not yet. No.
Yeah, no,
we're slow.
We're bringing it on here.
We're slow.
Well, anyway, let's give away a prize right off the bat, and then we can get into what we're wearing and what we're knitting and all that good stuff. So our first prize winner this time is Julie Winkler. I so love to see all the yarns and hear how they've been made. Makes them even more precious. And yarn collector? Yep, very possible. Well, yeah. So congratulations. All you need to do is send us an email with winner all in capitals in the subject line, and we'll get that $25 gift card out to you. So thanks for watching and being here, and congratulations. So do you want to tell us what you're wearing?
Yeah. So I'm not wearing a hand knit sweater. I found this and I just thought it was adorable.
Hiding under the scarf.
It's hiding under my cowl.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's all about
funny
gnomes this year.
I told my husband, I'm like, I bought a sweater, and he's like, that looks right. So,
I love it.
And then my cowl, this is, I think, one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's just a simple, I don't know if this pattern is still on Ravelry. It was just a free chevron, cowl, and you do a provisional cast on, and then you graft it.
So soft.
And it's hand spun. The fiber is from Crafty Jacks. It was part of the Wallin Spinning Patreon breeding color study.
Yeah.
And so I just had a lot of fun just sort of exploring.
It's so beautiful.
I love it.
Yeah. Every time you wear this, it is just so beautiful, and the way the colors, with the way it travels.
Yeah.
Through the different colors. Well done. Hand spun, people. Hand spun.
What was really funny was I didn't love it in the skein. I was like, all right.
Oh, really?
All right, fine. I'll just knit.
Did you do any fancy,
I fractal. It's a fractal.
Yeah.
But I split it slightly different.
Can you tell the people out there who don't know what fractal is in layman's terms?
A fractal is when you basically split you take a braid and you split it into different fractions. You split one length, if you split it in three, if you're going to do a 3-ply, you split it in three, the length of fiber, and then you take one section and you leave it solid and you spin it end to end, and then you take the second one and you can either split it twice or split it 3 times, and then you spin those end to end, and then you take the last group and you, depending on how you split the second one, if you split it twice, you'd split it 4 times. If you split it 3 times,
what does that achieve?
It achieves the way that you're mixing up the colors, because one of the lengths of your 3-ply is going to have very long color changes, and then the second one they're going to be a little shorter.
So is that sort of like fading within the ply?
Maybe if you had a gradient, it depends on what the colors are in the braid. So it just it gives you a lot of barber pulling and a lot of mixing.
Okay.
I love barber pulling.
Yeah.
The way I split this one, I actually took the whole length of the braid and I split it in half.
Yeah.
And then I I separated them out.
So you can see on some of the stitches there that there is the blue and the red, and that's the barber pulling effect, I think.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. Well done, you. Very clever.
Yeah. And I got lucky with this one because where the join is, the colors lined up. And I was like, that's great. I can't even find it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
beautiful. So you Kitchenered it, grafted it.
So yeah, I think it was actually 3 needle bind off. It's right here.
Oh
so
wow!
I had to look for it. It's really you can't even tell.
No, that's perfect.
Got super lucky.
That is perfect. I love the zigzag.
What was great about this pattern? I'll look and see if it's in my projects, but last time I looked for it, it wasn't there. But it would be super easy to recreate. It was just
you're going to have to find that so that people can.
I know.
Now, what fiber is it?
So it's Polworth.
Okay, yeah.
It's Polworth.
Nice, it's beautiful.
So yeah, it's
gorgeous.
So I'm just wearing that. I wear this a lot.
Yep, it's lovely.
And then I have socks on, but they're not my Christmas socks.
Oh, you're not going to throw your legs up for us?
Throw my feet up today.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. What are you wearing?
So I'm wearing my aptly named Bluebells, which I don't think I've ever worn on the podcast. I knit this ages and ages ago. It's a Kate Davies design. And you have these lovely Bluebells. This is knitted in Jamieson Smith. This is FC 47. And for someone who's not a huge fan of blue, I'm a huge fan of Kate Davies, so that's why. And also Bluebells make me very nostalgic for home. I remember running through fields and woodland filled with bluebells as a little kid. That's what we would do. And so when she came out with this design, which I think it's in her Yolks book, which we stock, just lovely. This is actually as well one of these sweaters that she had you do your upper bust measurement.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was this sweater was the first time I ever came across that, and I thought it was genius because there is raglan shaping. While it's a yoke, there is some raglan shaping here, but it's only through the upper bust, which is what we did with the Victory, which is there. The model is slightly bigger than me, but it's good to see her filling out there, and I think it fits pretty nicely. So yep. But yeah, so I'm wearing this as my new favorite thing to wear because I haven't worn it ever really in a long time, and I love.
That's a great blue.
It is a great blue, and I love the blue in the Bluebells, which is, I can't remember what color that is off the top of my head, but it's a very pretty blue. So that's what I'm wearing.
Very nice.
So let's see what's next. WIPs, are you knitting on anything, or do you have any FOs?
I'm knitting on everything. I spontaneously, I'm that person who I'm in denial about how many like active WIPs I have. Like I am still working on my Defiant cardigan.
Yep.
It's not been getting a ton of love, but I am slowly progressing.
That's
We're gonna get
fine.
there. I actually think I'd like to really try to focus on it and get it done for Christmas.
Oh
So I
my
think that would
God.
be
Oh,
really
well,
nice.
the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Laid down.
Yeah. I just think it'd be really good, and so I did. I brought some spinning because we talked about this before. So this is the Yarnadelic,
Yes.
which I know we'll show some Yarnadelic.
But this is the fluff. The
so this is
the
I
tops.
picked up some of the spinning fiber, and yeah, it's just nice and
Oh.
it just poofed in the wash.
It really.
It's just
Oh
really
my
squishy.
good grief.
So it's spun to sort of a sport or DK. I think that I was just sort of mindlessly spinning.
Your mindless spinning is absolutely gorgeous. It's so soft. It's beautiful. And what ply is this?
So they're all just 2 plies. I did them all 2 ply. I figured if I would just use them together for something.
Pretty.
So yeah.
Yeah. And which one's this?
They're all the Yarnadelic.
No, I know.
I don't remember the name of the.
Yeah, I was wondering the color.
I'll get the name of the color. We'll put it on the screen. I meant to do that before we started.
Okay, so we'll have them on the screen,
Yeah.
the colors, because you can buy 100-gram bags of these.
And I know the purple is waltz. Ignore the stripe of.
Did you run out?
Well, I ran out of one bobbin, and then I just kind of used the leftover of another, so I can take that off. It's just on the end, but the waltz is really pretty.
Very nice.
And then I did the same thing, so ignore this stripe. But then this one, Woman in Blue, I think.
Oh yeah, pretty.
Yeah. So,
very soft and fluffy and.
Yeah.
Any ideas?
I'm probably gonna make a cowl. I also bought a bag of the lighter blue color, this color.
Isn't it that? I thought maybe that was that.
No,
No,
it's a different one.
Okay.
I'm sure of it.
Okay.
And actually, I don't see it in the basket. Sorry. So I bought a bag of Woman in Blue, so I want to spin that up next, and I think that'll be the main color, and then I'll use these just as some contrast color and just do something simple.
Color's good on you.
Yeah. I like this color.
Yeah.
So
That's good. So you've been spinning.
and then I've been working on my Plotulopi sweater.
And I looked for the extra. Isn't this amazing? I think this would be so good as a short sleeve little tank.
Yeah, I just know I get cold.
Yeah. When you knit mine, then I'll take mine short.
So, and I finished it. I finished the body.
Yeah.
I went with a garter edge.
Love that.
So I used the Tulip sweater by Melody Hoffmann to get the yoke and the gauge, and then I just kind of kept knitting.
Yep.
Because with all this.
Did you do any shaping?
I added some increases at the bottom.
Nice.
Because I wear my Tree Light sweater by Jennifer Steinglass a lot, and that one's knit bottom up, and she's got short rows at the back, and I did not do all that on this, but I like the length of that one.
So you just went a little
so I held this up to that and used it sort of as a guide of this is how long I want it.
Perfect.
And yeah.
Can I just say something about that? That is the most underrated thing that just has so much usefulness to it. So if you have a sweater that you like and you're knitting another sweater and you want it to be similar, use that sweater as your guide. I mean, knit to the length of that sweater, knit to the width of that sweater, whatever it is.
Right.
That's like so underrated. Well done.
And this is really close to that width, so I know I'll love this.
Yeah.
I'm
be
really
so
into the
warm.
Pluto-Lopi right now.
Yeah.
I figure it'll be probably, because I just held it double, so it'll probably be like Let Lopi.
And somebody was knitting with this. Is it Melody with a strand of mohair as well?
Well, her tulip sweater, I think you do Pluto-Lopi
Yeah.
and a strand of mohair. So I
Gorgeous.
have the pattern.
Yeah.
And that's sort of, it's on the list.
Yeah.
Um,
This is really, really nice
but-
though. And very clever how you marled it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I
used
think
up-
it would have been nice to sort of fade these in, but
I think it's great the way it is. And
Yeah.
I like this little middle band here.
Yeah. I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
It's leftovers that I've been wanting to use.
Are
that
you going
them.
to match the sleeves to the body, or are they going to go sort of off-pieced and do their
No,
own
I'm
thing?
going to try to sort of match them. Like,
Mhm.
I'm okay if they don't perfectly line up and they're a little...
Yeah.
But I've saved some of, like, these two
Oh, good.
colors together to
Yeah.
do a little bit down the sleeve, each
Yep.
sleeve.
Well,
I am getting low on, so,
I was
will
looking
probably-
around for my leftover Let Lopi,
Yeah.
and I got to keep looking because I didn't find it.
yeah. If you don't find it soon, I won't be able to wait. I'll just buy some
I
more.
know. I will look again tonight
So,
in
yeah.
my massive home yarn stash. Well, that's wonderful.
I'm working on this. I love Let Lopi and Pluto-Lopi.
Me too.
I just...
Me too. So talking about Let Lopi then, I was knitting on Let Lopi this weekend. Here's one finished sock. Yeah, Let Lopi and a strand of mohair. I used Bichet Bush's mohair and a strand of Let Lopi, and got these wonderful socks. I should have brought my sock blockers in. But anyway, this is actually the third sock. I've knitted a pair already that I've been wearing, and I don't know where they are. They're somewhere. No, I don't know. Maybe I left them at home. Anyway, they've been on my feet, and I'm really curious to see how they're going to last. And so this is the third sock, and I'm going to knit a fourth one. Feel how soft that is?
Oh, wow.
Of course, my daughter says, ew, itchy. But I expect that.
Yeah.
It's so warm. You
Wow.
put them on your feet, and it's like...
Like little heaters.
And it doesn't make my feet sweaty or anything, having that mohair in there. And the mohair gives it strength, I think.
Yeah.
So
Especially mohair silk.
yeah, well, that's it. There's silk in there too. So absolutely in love. This was a pattern by Ozetta, who was a really nice find.
Yeah.
She's on Instagram. She's got a nice big following on Instagram. You might have heard of her.
I don't know how I hadn't come across her before.
Me neither. And you know that your Plotulopi's right up her street too, I
Yeah.
think. She knits a lot with the kind of yarns that we love as well. So she gave us, she recommended in a comment that, you know, somebody found their yarn at the Woolly Thistle, which was really nice, which sent us off looking
I was like,
at her.
oh,
Yeah, who that? And she's amazing. So
Ooh.
anyway, I bought the sock pattern, and it was $8. But as well as the sock pattern, there was like 3 different recipes, a playlist, and just, you know, musings on slowing down, which is just what you need when you have a holiday. So thoroughly enjoy what she's putting out there, and I absolutely love these socks. It has the German short row heel, which I'd never done. Now I can knit this sock without any pattern at all. I just know exactly what I'm doing. The German short row heels are virtually invisible, very, very easy to do, and I love it. So very happy with this.
Yeah.
I think I'll be knitting lots of
I'm really
these.
curious to hear how they hold up. And
Yeah.
I know we had a couple on Instagram. You posted a photo.
Yep.
And somebody was, and I have no idea.
I have no idea either. You know, Icelandic wool is a long staple, so, or at least the outer coat
Yeah,
is,
you've
and that
got
goes all
that.
in there. So I'm wondering if it is actually going to be okay. I literally have not had them off my feet. Not today, but I haven't had them off my feet all holiday. I started them on Wednesday. I had a pair of socks by Thursday.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like, and Thanksgiving. So
That would make good gift knitting.
That's what I'm
Assuming you know
thinking.
somebody who
who can tolerate it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, you know, if they can't, that's their loss.
I've
so.
been eyeballing Melody Hoffmann. I've gone down a rabbit hole. But her new Wild Posy hat,
Yeah.
and it's so pretty.
Mhm.
It's knit with Pluto-Lopi, and I'm like, I don't know.
You put Plotulopi head to toe.
I know.
Wasn't she knitting socks with Plotulopi too?
She has a couple of patterns.
Yeah. I'd be more concerned about that, you know.
Her I'd
without
have to
having
look
any
at her
twist.
sock pattern and see, because I think she was holding it with something as well.
Sure.
And I don't remember if it was Lopi or Plotulopi.
Yeah, and you know, you can knit socks just to be worn in bed as well. God, it's so lovely and warm. The other thing I've been knitting on lately is, and it's not finished, but it's the vanilla fluff, and I've been having fun with the fluff and the neckline there. Look at.
Oh, so the neckline's just mohair.
Yeah.
So pretty. I like that little eyelet.
It's like a little picot edge there.
Very pretty.
So this is, of course, Rauma Finullgarn held with a strand of their plum.
Did you block it?
Yes.
I was going to say it looks like you blocked it. Oh, it's so soft.
It is gorgeous. And I'm enjoying my little addition there. Yeah. Damn,
It's pretty.
I don't remember
like
what
it.
color it is. But look, I'm also using my Knitting Barber cords. These are life changing. I was pretty like, ugh, whatever, you know, when I first saw them, like gimmicky, but oh my God, these make things
It makes
so much
fast.
Yes. Now it's like I have to do it this way because there's no way I'm going to get a needle out and start.
I'm that lazy person who used to be like, I need to put it on waste yarn, and it would sit in a bag for like a month because I just wouldn't put it on waste yarn.
And the surprise, the like bonus part is that when you have to put it back on your needle, it's exactly the same.
I know.
It's awesome. So yeah, I'm thoroughly impressed with this little simple, you know, the best inventions are the ones that make you go, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Should you explain how they work in case anybody's missed it?
Oh, right. So basically, this one came off. Basically, this is a little tube and you stick I don't have a needle, but you stick your needle on it and it sucks onto the needle tip. And then you can pull your needle out and all the stitches behind go on this. And then when you want to put your needle back on the stitches, you again have the tip of the needle on the end here. And then you pull the wire out and your needle gets fed in a oneer. Also, I just want to highlight that I missed a few stitches here, but it's not going anywhere because it's woolly wool and it sits tight waiting for you, which is always nice. So yeah, this is the vanilla fluff.
Pretty.
It really is, and it feels divine. It's spoiling me, actually. Like, oh no, I only knit with mohair now. Anything with mohair, darling. So anyway, that's all I have. I did finish my Hermione sock, but I left that at home accidentally. Yeah, so
My socks are kind of just sitting now.
your Christmas socks?
Yeah.
Must knit faster. Are you going to get them done for Christmas? Are they for you?
Probably. They're for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I've got, because I'm doing them 2 at a time, and I think I've got like 3 inches on both. So,
So we have a new guest contributor to the podcast, and her name is Emma Barnaby, and she is a wealth of knowledge. So we're very excited to share her with you, but not yet. She's coming. We'll catch up with her nearer the time. What else do we need to talk about? We need to show.
we tell them who Emma is.
Don't you know who Emma is?
They've probably seen Emma. She's done a couple of blog posts for us.
Yes.
And she has a couple of videos.
Yes.
Or at least 1 or 2 videos on our channel already.
Yes. She's lovely.
Yeah.
Emma is lovely, enthusiastic, and a really good knitter.
Yeah, just talented and
Does a lot of color work, things like that. And so she's been part of our little world here for some time, I think. And she has been contributing to the blog, which is really good. We should say, if you would ever like to contribute to our blog, just get in touch. We're always looking for people who are enthusiastic about what we do and that have their own take on it. We would be happy to talk to you about that. And that's actually, I think, how we hooked up with Emma originally.
Yeah, she had emailed us and just started chatting. And,
Yep.
She's
so
fantastic.
She is fantastic. So we will watch her little video. It will be part of this episode, but we'll go to that in just a little bit. And we should mention too that Kelsey, whose turn it would be this time, is actually out for a little while. She took a full-time job you know, and it's quite, you know, she's quite a busy lady, so we are giving her a break from us, which I'm sure will feel good as she gets her head wrapped around her new job. And she'll be back with us when she's ready. I know you'll miss her too, but she is there, and I'm sure she'll be knitting her way through her new job as much as anything, and we'll come back with lots to tell us about. What is new in the shop? Because, oh my God, I mean, so much is going out of the shop. Do we even have anything? Oh, we do, don't we?
We do.
What do you want to talk about first?
I like the books.
Let's just talk about these little guys. Oh, isn't he cute? So you knitted this one, right?
Yeah, I knit that one just with some scraps out of the stash.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister knit this one.
Marie, I love his
and
hat.
I know that this is one of the sock yarns. The West Yorkshire. Is it Fairy Lights?
Yeah, I think it's Fairy Lights.
Yeah, he's adorable.
He is adorable. Is it Fairy Lights? No.
No,
you got me. We'll put it here.
Oops,
can't remember. But just so cute. And this is a pattern on Ravelry, do you know?
Yes, it's what is it? Imagine Landscape. She does all the gnomes, all the gnome knit-alongs, and I think this was her first gnome. It's just the basic gnome.
Adorable.
She's got so many amazing patterns.
Gorgeous. Very, very cute.
Yeah.
Put them there so we can get to the books. Do we want to talk about books first?
Yeah.
All right. So these two here, Shetland Wool Week and Shetland Wool Adventures Journal, has been waited for, and finally they are here. So I think we still have a few left. If you're interested in Shetland Wool Week is beautiful, of course.
Gudrun in here.
Yeah.
Her book.
Yeah, her book is sold out right now, so we need to make sure we get more of those. At least at time of recording. Oh, did you see that? The sheep? Look at that. What? For the love
I was flipping through this the other day and I was like, ooh, I need to get my copy. I haven't gotten mine yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so good. So good. There is a hat as well in there. A lot of good patterns.
That's a lot of beautiful. I love this.
That's amazing. Yeah, you know, I was thinking, I think I have 3 sleeveless vests at this point. Or
I don't
maybe
have
just
any.
2.
I keep dreaming about. Oh look,
Who's that? Oh.
I keep saying I want to knit a vest and then I can't. I don't quite.
Yeah.
Can't quite pick.
Maybe that one then.
Maybe this one.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think I need to knit some hats too. You know, I've been such a sweater knitter for quite a while now that actually knitting on the socks.
And a little weaving.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
That is pretty. It looks soft, doesn't it?
It does.
Also, you know, Scotland, the northeast of Scotland had a huge storm over Thanksgiving. Not their Thanksgiving, our Thanksgiving. And pretty bad. My nephew works in Aberdeen in a restaurant, and they were all sent home in preparation. There's been all kinds of damage, people killed. They're not used to that kind of weather there, so really scary stuff. But anyway, why did that make me think of that?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Weaving made you think of that.
Made me think of that.
Oh, you know what? From that area?
No, but the picture that we were just looking at had the ocean, the sea. Had that. And I saw pictures of just the crazy sea, like with waves way above the houses, and really, really kind of choppy. So that's so pretty. That is so pretty. I love all over lace. That's our doorbell. For the dock back there. We're having a delivery. Wonder what it is.
I don't know.
So we do have some Shetland Wool Week in stock at time of recording anyway, and I think we'll try and get some more if we're low. Yeah. And then Shetland Wool Adventures Journal. So sorry for the delay on this, but beyond our control. Yeah. First it was the printers, and then the shipping. It did a nice came over in many boxes, and we didn't get them all for a long time. I love this cover. Just that cover is amazing. And let me see, I can't remember now. I love the smell of new books too.
I know.
This is the hat that I'm thinking. Isn't that pretty? Look at the colors on that.
I know.
Really nice. It's called the Blosta hat. Oh.
I know. I love the
kind of gradients and So I think I was starting to say that, you know, I've been a garment knitter for quite a long time and I love knitting sweaters. And you talking about your Defiant, it's got me thinking that maybe for Christmas break, you know, the day off.
Right.
that maybe I start thinking about a new sweater like that, a colorwork sweater from that book. But I am really getting drawn back into thinking about hats and socks. I think knitting the socks gave me that little dopamine hit of something quick.
Yeah.
And
I find as a knitter, I really need that. I need some of those fast projects.
Yeah.
That's why even last night I have a cowl that I've been working on and it's been languishing as I've been knitting on sweaters.
Yeah.
And I could not resist it last night, and it's almost done. And there's something so satisfying about how quickly.
Yeah, it's off the needles.
It's just off the needles.
It is an actual dopamine hit, I think. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
It's because I decided to knit these socks on Wednesday. More stuff. what it is.
I know.
On Wednesday, I decided to knit those socks. And I was like a giddy kid choosing which color yarn and getting the mohair to match and whatnot. And
it was cute. You're going around the shop.
I was like, look. So what'd you think of this? And you're like, gray. Oh, gray. It's great. I love gray.
It would be disappointing if I weren't gray.
And of course, Shetland Wool Adventures Journal has so much more than knitting. It's all about Shetland and different pursuits and, you know, different walks that you can go on there. We have to go to Shetland, Maggie.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. Unfortunately.
Will they take us? I have my passport.
Well, you know, now we've got Omicron.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to talk about that.
Reality. So we just have to keep knitting our way through all this craziness. We were chatting a little bit about knitting buddies.
Yes.
Now, we have to wait a couple of weeks to see what happens with Omicron, but my mind is thinking this could be bad. And so we haven't...
Just keep knitting.
Just keep knitting. Knit your way through it. That's what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think knitting buddies, if people are feeling that dread of being, you know, stuck at home and alone and just not getting out and about.
Or if you just want a group of knitters to hang out with. Yeah.
I think so. Get in touch. Send an email. Is that how we're doing it? How did we do it before?
In the Ravelry group, there's a thread, a Knitting Buddies thread. I will sticky it again so that it stays near the top. And there's a link to a form in there.
Right.
And
so
you
sign
just
up.
Click there. It's free. It's a free program.
Yeah.
And if you submit your email there, that's just for Knitting Buddies.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll group you together. I think we were doing like groups of 6.
Yep. And you know, at its heyday, there was thousands of people doing that, wasn't there? Or hundreds.
Yeah.
I think we got up pretty high.
It's been a while since I looked at the Google form.
It might have been
a lot
hundreds.
of groups, probably hundreds.
Probably
not thousands, but there were a lot of knitting buddy groups.
Yeah.
And
they helped. They really did help. We would hear from members of groups saying, you know, it's just really nice to have this connection.
Yeah.
So,
it's like anything else. I think some groups really gelled and other groups.
It is what you make it. You know, we're not in there making it anything that, you know, that's on you guys, but we will connect you with other knitters. Happy to do that.
Yeah.
What else?
If you've signed up before and your group didn't gel and you want to try again, feel free to sign up again.
Yeah, you know, we're just trying to kind of think ahead because we have heard some rumblings about, you know, knitting buddies and people wanting to do that. So it's available. We'll keep it available as long as it's needed. So sign up through Ravelry. And if you're not on Ravelry, send us an email and we'll get that done. So a couple new launches. This Long Thread by Jen Hewitt. This is a wonderful book that I actually have a copy and I'm reading it at home. It's wonderful. And it basically is voices of women of color in the crafting world. Jen Hewitt herself is not necessarily in the knitting world, although she is adjacent, I would say. She's a surface designer. She does a lot of fabric design and beautiful stuff. But she worked with Fringe Supply, Karen Templar. Her designs were on Karen's bags. So she was very close to the thing that ignited the whole discussion happening about race and inclusion and exclusion since January of 2019. And this is her book and it's wonderful. So we have a few copies here. If that interests you, I would highly recommend it.
And then, excuse me, as of last Friday, worsted, a knitwear collection curated by Amy Gillet of La Bien-Aimée. They are here.
And you know what? I woke up in the middle of the night and was like, that's why it's yellow. Like usually Lina's books are that very neutral color, but La Bien-Aimée in Paris is bright yellow.
Yeah.
And it was, I mean, you probably knew that, but it dawned on
okay.
me. I woke up like sat up. Oh, that's why.
I have that happen with plenty of other things, yes.
Now this book is all La Bien-Aimé's yarn. We don't sell any of the yarn.
No.
But it's a collection of designers designing with her yarn. And we've had loads and loads of requests. So thank you for thinking of us. We're happy to stock this for you.
Yeah,
I
think it's her Corey worsted.
Yes, it's her new Corey worsted weight. And so, yeah, there's some really lovely designs in there. A lovely book, really quite nice in the hand to flip through and look at.
Number of different designers. I like this shawl. I haven't knit a shawl in a while.
That's the other thing is shawls. Do you remember how popular shawl knitting was?
Yeah.
And then I think we all sort of graduated towards, sweaters sometimes.
I think we all go in different moods too. Like I
yeah.
wear my shawls a lot. Although lately I'm on a cowl kick. It's just,
I love
it's
cowls.
just a cowl.
Well, I like cowls because they don't take
place.
any work to, yes. Very pretty.
Yeah,
So, we have that. It's actually out of stock today, but I'm sure we will have more of that back in. We're selling quite a lot of these. So, you love Lina. And thanks for shopping for all your Lina here with us. We appreciate that. I'll just pop this back up here. So I think that's it for new books. But we have some new colors in Yarnadelic, which is, of course, John Arbon. So let's share these, shall we? Do you know which ones are new?
This one is new.
This one is called, let me find where the names are. Wondrous Place. And of course, Yarnadelic is by John Arbon, and it is 100% Falkland Corriedale, and it's a sport weight or a heavy fingering weight. Worsted spun from a top. So you get all that lovely color in there. What's this one? This is Black Gold of the Sun. Ooh.
And when we say new, I think they're
new to us.
Yeah, they're new to us.
Yeah. We started out with Yarnadelic with maybe half the color range. God, this feels good. I just love it. This one is Waltz. Oh, this is one of the ones you spun.
Yep. So
there. Pretty. Lovely.
And I think this is this one. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
I can see so.
We didn't know.
We didn't know.
Beautiful. We are big fans of John Arbon and his yarns. They're all British and beautiful and very well made and fun. What color is this?
Hey Moon.
Hey Moon. I like this one. This has got a purple vibe to it. But it's got lots of gold. Oh yeah, and blue.
I have dreams of getting all of them and just doing amazing striped sweater. It won't happen, but it would be amazing.
Dream in color.
Harmonium. I like this green.
Yep, that is nice. It's got quite a strong goldish, warm tone to it, which it's got blue in there too. Very nice.
And I don't remember if Indigo. I think that one might be new to us too. Indigo Dust. I don't remember seeing that one.
I don't know. I feel like I have seen this one. So there you go. It's
maybe.
It's blue on a black base by the looks of it, but I don't know if that's really true.
And I believe the rest of these we've
seen and had. Oh, I think this is this one of your spun, the beautiful ones?
Yes.
Yep. Boink.
Really I couldn't believe how much this one floofed up. I was like, whoa.
Oh yeah, super nice. Super nice. So yeah, we just wanted to show you some new colors from Yarnadelic. That should all be in the shop now. We have, I think that's it for what we want to show you today. Or what about new colors from Devonia?
There were some new colors in Devonia too.
Devonia is a 4-ply.
I just pulled everything. So
yeah. I don't know what we have.
This one's new. I don't remember seeing that green before.
I think we have most. This is new. I think we have most of their colors anyway. This one is Furbelows, and it's a very heather dark green, and it looks like it's on a black base. It's good. Really nice. Lovely. Ooh.
I know.
Sugar Snap. Oh. Boing. nice and bright. That's really nice. Pebble Brook. Love this. Yeah, really nice.
I like that one.
Midnight Glade. This is more your kind of winter green, isn't it? Is it? Would you say?
I don't know.
Or is that? I don't know. Anyway, let's look at the greens together. Ta-da!
Did we have wood smoke before?
Nope, I don't think so. This looks like a natural gray.
It's very pretty. I think the rest were colors we had already.
But we were really low on Devonia,
really low.
so we did just get an order in. No, we had that before, but it's good. Sandbar. I think that's, I was going to say I think it's a natural, but I don't know about that. I just don't know. He's such a wizard with his colors.
Just plain cream.
Yeah, and cream.
You just
Devonia.
can't go wrong.
I know. So yes, we should have whatever we're stocking in John Arbon should be in good supply. I know that we do have a fair bit of tops as well.
We do.
That
Yeah.
if you want to do some spindle,
Spinning,
yeah, some
either spindle spinning, wheel spinning.
yeah, you can spin with your wheel, no problem.
Yeah.
We also have coming, and it's in the works right now. We have Jamieson Smith cones. I think they'll be coming in a couple of weeks. We got a lot of cones so that you can do your, your main color and then maybe do some contrast colors from the grab bags, which sold amazingly well. Thank you so much. Those are very exciting to ship out, all those colors. So we'll have cones in a couple of weeks. And what else do we have coming? I forget.
Line of 13 is coming.
That is on pre-order right now, so you can grab that. West Yorkshire Spinners is coming. Frangipani, more cones of Frangipani. Retro Zaria is coming. That's, I think there's some delays in production there, but we'll get that as soon as it's ready.
Yeah.
Lopi, Ulcentrum, we're getting more Ulcentrum. We have that in the sport weight, and that's doing really well. Yeah, and I think some more Rauma, which we're always getting. So, yeah, we have a lot of good stuff. Oh,
I was wondering. If you wanted to
yeah.
try
You want to take one?
Yes.
So we're big fans here of Olivia, This Handmade Life. She's on Instagram and she is a love. She's made many things that I have had to buy. And I asked her if she'd make a couple of project bags. And she said, yeah, no problem. So we have a few of her project bags. So here we go. Here they are. Aren't they lovely? They're so whimsical.
I know.
I love this fabric. You've got some hats and deers and hot chocolate and cookies. And what do you have on yours?
I've got bunnies and fox
Owls.
and owls.
Yeah.
Really pretty.
And they open up and they are fully lined. There's no pockets or anything. They're fully lined with a nice canvas. Just really nice. They got this
The
nice
zipper feels really nice.
Yeah, with a nice little leather pull.
Yeah.
Has Olivia's little label there, This Handmade Life. So these will be in the shop today if you're watching this on the day that it goes live. So we'll have these in the shop. Not very many, and I think first come, first serve on those because they will sell out, I'm quite sure. And if you want to go and find Olivia, you can find her on Etsy and on Instagram as This Handmade Life. She's a dear. She really is lovely. So we have those. And then we haven't put these together yet, but we're working on a lovely little Christmas charm set.
Yeah.
So these will all be put together, but we're going to have these lovely little stitch markers. There we got the gingerbread man. What one do you have?
A little toy soldier.
Oh, is he a nutcracker?
Or is he a nutcracker?
I think it's a nutcracker.
Sorry, it's a nutcracker.
Yeah, very cute. Then we got a snowman. And
candy cane.
Candy cane. And a little dove.
These are so cute.
They really are.
Oh, little snowflake.
And a snowflake. So a set of 6 Christmassy stitch markers. They'll be going in the shop. Hopefully today, when you see this, we just have to put them together and present them nicely for you. So quickly now, let's announce another winner, and you get a $25 gift card to the Woolly Thistle. And the winner is Todd Reb, Todreb. And you said, I'm definitely going to shop your Black Friday sale. Well, thank you. And I love the podcast so much and enjoy learning about yarns that I wouldn't have heard of if not for you. Thank you. And that's Becky. So thank you, Becky. Just send us an email at info@thewoollythistle, put winner all in caps, and we'll get that out to you for your fun and spending. So I think now is time to go to Emma, who is here to talk about
some gift knitting ideas.
Brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Just in time. So she'll be talking about gift ideas, and then we'll see you when you come back. So enjoy that.
Hi, my name's Emma, and I'm coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland, where I live and knit, to talk a little bit about gift knitting. So December is a big time for gift knitting, and while we are often also trying to get some mindful knitting done on Advent projects, it's also a little bit of a frantic time for, lots of reasons. Things are hectic, holidays are coming up, regardless of whether or not you celebrate, and there's a lot of pressure, I think, on knitters to make knitted gifts for friends and family, at least the knitworthy ones. And I would always say, don't waste your time on those who aren't knitworthy, because you should knit for people who really want to wear your beautiful knitted gifts. So I'm here to talk a little bit about some ideas for gift knitting, especially stash busting, and what books you might have in your stash that can help you with this from the Woolly Thistle, and yarns, of course. I'm wearing Maalie today. This is a free pattern from Lopi, and this is knit in Let Lopi. The main color is a dark gray. And then I used kind of like a light ash color for the cuffs and neckband, and then the kind of main color in the yoke. But then I used scraps of all sorts of different colors of Let Lopi that I have left over from smaller projects for the background here. So I'm going to talk about a couple of hats and some mitts. First, I'm going to just show this that I'm working on. This is a De Crofter's Cap by Wilma Malcolmson, knit all in Shetland fingering weight yarn. It's not all 2-ply jumper weight from Jamieson Smith, but it's mostly 2-ply jumper weight from Jamieson Smith. You can see I've used dark green. This is kind of a grayish green here. Sorry, the lighting's not amazing. I'm gonna hold it up a little closer. There's a lighter heathered green and a really bright pink, and then this stripe of the dark green again in the middle there. And the background color is a Jamieson Smith Supreme Jumper Weight in 2006. And then here are my colors. Whoop! Got a FC 46 mix. This is the kind of, there we go, brownish gray. FC 24. Whoops, oh, that's gone. FC 82 mix, and then this is Jamieson's of Shetland Spindrift and Plum. And I just think this is a really fun idea for trying out different color combinations that you're not totally sure about, because oftentimes you get something that's like a little too much in a sweater maybe, or not quite exactly what you're going for, but it's not so difficult to kind of wear a hat that's not the exact combination you were thinking of, especially because it can really, it's just little. It can be a nice little pop of fun to your outfit or wardrobe or someone else's. So I just kind of thought I'd like to do some greens and pinks and see what happens, and not really planning to knit this combination in any kind of sweater or vest or anything to wear on my body. But maybe hat and mitts, maybe a little cowl. And I think it's kind of fun. And I tried out another combination recently. I'm gonna show you a finished hat. This one is sort of based on De Crofter's Cap. It's just I used a different set of charts. I did use the same crown. Oops, sorry, my boiler's a little loud. So this one I was kind of trying for a sweater combination, and I'm glad that I tried it, because that's the back, because the blues don't all show up super well against the light gray. So the main color here is the 202 light gray, which is on a cone, and it's a little darker than I thought it was going to end up. So I'm really glad I tried it. But you got some, let's see, what are these colors? Here we go. The first green is 65. Then we have, this one is They're FC39. So there's 3 basically. 1, 2, 3. Hard to see the difference. And then there's a pink, and then this is 82 mix also. This the dark green, the same dark green I used in the other hat. And then the lightest blue is FC34 mix. I just put these away yesterday, so they were right on the top. This is my Shetland corner. And this also was fun as a, doesn't say what the red was, the pink. It's 43 maroon. So this was kind of a fun experiment. I didn't use any of the lightest blue in the crown because I just really didn't feel like it stood out enough. It was enough of a contrast. But it's a nice hat. I think it's a decent hat. I think when you do something like this, you know, even if you like the color combination, it's not necessarily the colors that are gonna be what takes away from the motif as a whole. I think I could have made this just thicker, like done 2 stitches wide around here, maybe done a thicker, you know, X pattern here with more like 2 stitches wide. Yeah, I like that these are going in the opposite directions. Did that on purpose. But yeah, just a nice little way to experiment. And again, this is just kind of a freehand. I've just stuck in another chart that was the same number of stitches tall as the main chart into Crofter's Cap, and I put in my own little 5 round charts. To Crofter's Cap is free pattern on Ravelry. And if you've got Shetland in your stash, again, this would be great if you got any of those Jamieson Smith grab bags from the Woolly Thistle Black Friday. So a good way to use your stash if you have a main color that you have a little bit more than 25 grams, because you don't need much more than 25 grams. And again, people's gauge will vary and they'll need slightly more or less yarn depending on tension. But you should have a little more than 25 grams if possible for your main color. Okay, a few other little things that might work up a little faster. Oops, there's some needles. This hat is called Maalie from Fair Isle Weekend by MJ Mucklestone. So this book is available at the Woolly Thistle. It's published by Lina. And this is what it looks like. The sample was knit in Kathy Kuhl's Homegrown Fair Isle Ooh, which is a light Aran yarn, but you can also substitute Jamieson's Shetland Heather, which is 100 yards per 50 grams. So that's also about an Aran weight. So you could really substitute any Aran weight for this hat. I knit mine in Durum Natura Gilead, but this is a French wool that's kind of hard to get in the US. So it's very soft and it's a merino. As woolen spun, but again, you could hold Shetland weight or Shetland yarn double if you wanted. That would be fun. You could knit with Plotulopi. There's a variety of worsted weight yarns that you could just knit with from your stash. Peace fleece would be great. That's a really nice Aran weight yarn. If you've been trying out Peace fleece from the Woolly Thistle, I think that would be fantastic. It'd be really warm and it would have a really nice little mohair halo. And this is a nice hat because it's got a wide brim. So basically you knit this really long brim, a small colorwork section, which is pretty fast because it's a heavyweight yarn, and then you do some crown decreases. And this will pretty much fit almost any head, not every head, I mean adult head. This would be pretty big on a kid. But you just kind of fold the brim as far as you want, basically, hopefully not hiding any of the colorwork. It ends up a little slouchy unless you really pull that brim up, but there we go. Yeah. But it's really cozy. This double thick brim really keeps out the wind. If you live in a colder place, it can be great. This is kind of like a heavier weight alternative to something like this, which is this is much lighter weight hat, not for a super cold day, because yeah, it might not even cover your ears if your head's really tall. Depending on what you like. These are 2 different great, or what your gift recipient likes. These are 2 great little gift hats. You can also knit things like little mitts. So I have 2 pairs of fingerless mitts here. These are the Mirknen mitts from Shetland Wool Adventures Journal 1, which you can sometimes get at the Woolly Thistle. they do various print runs of this at Shetland Wool Adventures, and sometimes it's out of stock, but because it's a really small company and people buy it. So these are just little mitts with a fold over cuff to really keep you warm in there, your wrists warm. So it's got this ribbing, got some, you can fold that over, got a little thumb gusset. I made mine a little longer than the pattern said just because I wanted it to come up a little higher on my thumb. These are originally just in 2 colors, but I knit mine in a 1, 2, 3, 4 pattern colors and then 1 background. Again, these are, I think all of these are Jamieson and Smith 2-ply jumper weight, except maybe the dark blue. But this is also a really fun way to experiment with color and try out your like crazier colors in your jumper weight grab bags for that little Fair Isle pop. You know, I don't think that's dark enough color. That's kind of my reaction to this when I knitted them. But I still like it. And again, they're just little mitts, so that's fun. And one more pair of way to kind of use up your Shetland stash is to knit something like this, which is these are the Skerries mitts from Marie Wallin's Shetland, also available at the Woolly Thistle. This is a collection all done in Jamieson's of Shetland Spindrift yarn, which is a much smaller company than Jamieson and Smith. So it's a lot harder to get their yarn. And I love both Jamieson and Smith and Jamieson's of Shetland, but I knit these all in Jamieson and Smith, and I tried to, I'm going to show you the pattern or the picture in the book. I tried to recreate the colors as best I could with, well, it's kind of hard to see there. She's got a Fair Isle sweater on, but you can kind of see the mitts there. So I tried to recreate the original colors. And this is another fun way to play with color. You could really go wild on these. They're just little mitts. I also added a thumb here. Just keep my thumbs warm so they come up a little farther on my hands. But these are really, really sweet little fingerless mitts. If you live somewhere colder, fingerless mitts might be a little bit of a little bit not useful, let's say, because your fingers will get really cold. But I live in the Mid-Atlantic region now. I grew up in New England, but the Mid-Atlantic region is a lot just warmer. It gets below freezing a lot less frequently here in the winter. It kind of hovers around 40, between kind of 30 and 40, 45 or 50 degrees in the winter. So fingerless mitts are great, especially if you're going to be outside, that you can like read or knit outside if you've got those on to just keep most of your hands warm. So yeah, one thing that I would also recommend getting if you don't have one is a small scale. This is a very precise scale. It only goes up to 500 grams, but it can measure down to the 0.01 gram. So it can really tell you how much yarn you have left if you've got a partial skein. So oftentimes you'll just need kind of leftovers or something, and if you're not sure how much you have, or it'll tell you by yards or it'll tell you by weight how much you need of a type of scrap yarn in a pattern. So it's nice to have that just so that you know that you can be comfortable knowing that that you really have enough yarn. It's also nice to be able to weigh your scraps. So I would also recommend, if you are a Shetland knitter, or if you like Fair Isle knitting, I should say, to have a bag where you keep your Shetland wool scraps. So anything that's not a full ball of yarn that I've wound up into a ball for any reason, like some of these aren't full balls of yarn, but I've used a little bit for those hats, but they're still in this ball, so I can keep them in my shelf comfortably. They're not going to fall out of there. But anything that could roll away, I'm just going to show you the inside. This is a Ziploc vacuum seal bag, and I like to keep my scraps and yarn that doesn't go on the shelf in vacuum seal bags because bugs can't get at it. And I don't always vacuum seal them. I would in the summer, but because moths are rampant. This is a Daughter of a Shepherd. Nope, that's not Daughter of a Shepherd. That's something else. That's a big ball of yarn, but it's kind of a Fair Isle weight, and so I keep it in there. A lot of scraps in there. And that way you can kind of get them out and see what you have. If you have a main color in mind for something like a hat, you can just kind of put things together, see what you can do with your own color sense, and maybe you'll come up with an amazing combination, and you'll have a great gift at the end, or something for yourself if you like to wear hats or mitts or any of these things. So again, you can get almost all of this stuff with the Woolly Thistle, Shetland yarn, books, etc. Great way to use up your Baker's Dozen grab bags to really get to play with color, and then get some of your gift knitting off the table. It's nice to just get those off the needles and not have to worry about them anymore. So thanks so much for watching, and back to you guys.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was really good. Isn't she great?
I love Emma.
Yeah. So thanks, Emma, for joining us, and we'll see you again soon, I hope. Okay, just before we go, I wanted to mention that we are continuing to sell our Woolly Thistle fan pack, which includes this gigantic bag that could hold 2 sweaters, and also all of this good stuff, which includes the notepad, stickers, and this lovely pin. So either you get this free when you spend $200 at the Woolly Thistle, or you can buy it for $29.95. And we will also be putting just the year-end pin on sale as well. So you could just buy this, and I think we're going to do a deal where if you buy this, you can get some money off of the Woolly Thistle one if you want that as well. So a little bundle for you. These pins are adorable, and it says TWT 21 on her scarf. Yeah, so just wanted to mention that, but I think that's everything. I don't know that we have anything else that we need to share with you. Just thank you so much for being here. We really enjoy these podcasts. I think it's a nice way. We do this on a Monday morning, and it's a nice way for us to start the week. Kind of tells us what's going on, and we kind of get our bearings a little bit for the week ahead. And we enjoy hearing from you. So thanks so much for leaving comments. To be entered to win, we'll give away gift cards again next episode. And to be entered to win, just leave a comment on this episode. Give us a follow here on YouTube, and in other words, I mean subscribe to the channel. And then give us a thumbs up as well. That all helps people find us. And we are noticing that people are starting to find us. We love hearing comments from new folks, as well as our trusty friends that show up for us all the time. We really appreciate each and every one of you. So with that said, we'll be back in a couple of weeks. Can't believe it's December already. What the heck?
I don't know.
We've had snow. We had snow here on Thanksgiving, so we are already digging out and getting on with winter. So I hope that your knitting is all good knitting, and any knitting is good knitting. And I think all that's left to say is, if you go out,
Take your knitting.
and we'll see you. Bye.